Okay,
we're back. We're back. A day later, we're back.
yeah.
And I feel like it's worth mentioning one of the most important things in Yellow first.
Yeah.
That we didn't mention in the last video.
After you get through Mount Moon, right at the end of Mount Moon,
you run into a few familiar faces. Jesse and James from the Pokemon anime.
They're not actually. They still just go by Rocket in game.
But I'm pretty sure in the overworld they refer to each other by name.
I think.
Whatever, I don't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jesse and James appear in the.
You fight them.
You fight them how many times?
4 times.
You fight them 4 times. The first battle at the end of Mount Moon, they have Ekans, Meowth, and Coughing.
The second battle.
They have Coughing, Meowth, and Ekans.
Third battle.
They have Meowth, Arbok, and Weezing.
Fourth battle.
They have Weezing, Arbok, and Meowth.
Yep.
Yeah, they have the same team every time. Yeah. Where do you battle them the other 2-3 times?
You battle...
First time's in Mount Moon, second time's in the Rocket Hideout, third time's in Pokemon Tower, and the last time's in Silphco.
Yeah. They just... And then they disappear afterwards.
Yeah. So... Also, right now, you're listening to Pokemon Remix, Pikachu's Beach, Surfy Pikachu theme by Every Game Ever. And now let's go over a Pokemon.
By trading an Abra, going on Route 2 and trading an if you have and you have an Abra,
you could trade it for a Mr. Mime. Which in Gen 1 was a pure Psychic type Pokemon. Since the Fairy type didn't exist.
In Gen 1, Mr. Mime had a special stat of 100.
And it was pretty fast. So if you wanted to be weird, you could use this instead of Alakazam for whatever reason.
I mean, if you don't have access to trading.
If you don't have access to trading, this is probably a good alternative for Alakazam.
Hey, napkin. Fucking dog on my computer.
All right. Are you done?
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
I'm done. Anyway, yeah, sorry about that.
You see, Mr. Mime used your computer screen as a barrier to protect it from the root gear.
Oh, shut up. Mr. Mime...
It actually has a better moveset than Alakazam.
I mean, yeah, it gets access...
It's the Thunderbolt and Solarian. Shit, have we overlooked the best Gen 1 Psychic type?
Oh, fuck it. We might have.
I think it might be safe to say that Mr. Mime is the best Psychic type. Like in Gen 1. Obviously not counting Mewtwo and Mew.
Yeah.
Mew, that's cheating.
Yeah, Mr. Mime is pretty good.
It's access to Psychic, Electric, and Grass. Granted, with its low HP and defense, you probably don't want to waste a turn charging Solar Beam, and rather just annihilate your opponent with Thunderbolt or Psychic.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I'll give it a 10.
Yeah. Even if it's, we don't know.
Even if I have no fucking clue what this thing is.
Anyways, fuck.
Yeah.
So, there's all, I guess there's no better time to go over this, but, but in Pokemon on Tower, well, actually first, there's some more team changes made. There are some more team changes that have been made.
Right. In Erica's case, she went from having...
She became worse.
She became way worse. Instead of having Tangela, Victory Bell, and Vileplume, she has Tangela, Weepin' Bell, and Gloom. Yep, they de-evolved her Pokemon.
Just to be more like
because
the anime.
They wanted her to have a Gloom, like in the anime.
Just to be more like the... I mean, at the very least, Tangela has more than 2 moves. When Constrict and Bind.
They gave Tangela some grass moves. Really, that doesn't excuse how... Excuse how... That doesn't excuse how they butchered the TU in this game.
Oh, and you might notice it's... Oh, Jesus.
They also increased the levels quite a lot.
I mean, it's not too much. It's not too high.
She went from having level 24 Tangela and her Grass Poison type being level 29 to having a level 30 Tangela and her Grass Poison type being level 32.
Jesus.
To compensate for them not being evolved in this version.
Okay, hope that's not... hope that's not... that doesn't repeat itself. Hope that's just a weird oddity. Giovanni has also been changed now.
We'll go over his gym team after we've gone over the other gym leaders. But his...
well, by that I mean instead
of Onyx, Rhyhorn, or
Kangaskhan,
he has Onyx, Rhyhorn, and Persian.
And again, to be more like the anime.
Is that the same for the second battle? What does he have in the second battle now? Instead of Nidorino...
instead of Kangaskhan, he...
And again, in the second battle, instead of Kangaskhan, he has Persian.
Okay, then.
Yeah.
And that's... Okay, that's pretty weird.
Alright, you want to rate something else?
Alright, let's, alright, sure. After you can get... only a 5% encounter. Or in Pokemon Tower.
There's a rare oddity known as Cubo. Which evolves into Marowak.
I got level 28.
What was its special stat Gen 1?
50.
It's not particularly impressive. But,
especially compared to other ground types.
It gets...
Yep, gets...
Wait,
it doesn't even get Rock Slide.
A lot of them are special moves.
It doesn't even get Rock Slide.
It basically just gets ground and normal, which is like the standard. It's an average ground type Pokemon. It has high defense.
Yep.
It's still not very great. I'll go to 6.
Yeah. I mean, it's the only Pokemon like... Marowak actually has 2 signature moves in this game.
Bone Club and Bone Rush.
Boomerang.
Bone Club and Boomerang.
Alright. So,
granted, neither of them are very good moves, but hey, it's interesting that it got 2 signatures.
Now, after that, you can now, get...
Wake Up Snorlax, which we'll finally be going over this time. Snorlax is disgusting. What was it special in Gen 1?
65.
Okay.
This thing is fucking disgusting.
Yes, it's slow. And its defense and special attack are 65, which is average. But it has 110 attack and a massive HP of 160.
Yeah. Now look at this thing.
In terms of moveset, it actually gets a few...
I mean, it's a normal type.
Yeah, it actually gets quite a few moves. Normal, fighting, ground, and rock.
It can also learn Amnesia.
So if you want on a setup, you can actually take use of its special word set of water, ice, grass, electric, psychic, and fire.
Yeah, this thing, Snorlax is, because Amnesia, due to special being 1 stat, Amnesia sharply raises, sharply raises your special.
Also, it allows you to do more damage and take less damage.
Snorlax is a fucking monster.
Yes. Especially with Amnesia. This thing gets a 10.
Yeah. Now I guess to go over... some more changes.
In teams? What about Koga? Koga went from Grimer, coughing, Muck, and wheezing.
Nope. 3 coughing, 2 coughing, Muck, and wheezing.
2 coughing, Muck, and wheezing to having
3 Venonats and a Venomoth.
what?
Wait, what?
How did they somehow managed to make Koga's team worse?
And also,
I didn't think that was possible.
Also, wait, what are those levels?
Also, okay, also his Venonats are level 44, 46, and 48, and his Venomoth is level 50.
Keep in mind, you just if you're going in gym order, or you just the strongest.
This Pokemon you faced in the previous gym was level 32. Ooh, and then you have an 18 level jump.
What the fuck?
Presumably with just Pokemon Tower between the two.
And whatever path you chose to get there. What the fuck?
What is going on here?
Or what? Why is it so? Huh?
Alright, maybe Sabrina's better.
All right. I mean, we can go over some more Pokemon here.
No, let's check Sabrina. I want to see if Sabrina's better.
But you know, this kind of. Let's see. Is Sabrina better?
Alright, she went from Kadabra, Alakazam, Mr. Mime, and Venomoth to Abracadabra and Alakazam.
And wait,
all of them are level 50!
What the fuck?
Seriously, what?
Yeah, and level 38, 37, 38, 2 level 38s, a level 37, and a level 43. Just like Koga's.
I know. Everything's level 50.
And also, there's even less variety.
She just has the Abra line.
Fine,
so one of her Pokemon isn't even useful.
Abra can't even hurt you.
You know, all it can do is lower your accuracy and make fighting the other two annoying.
What the?
At that point, but you can easily cheese it by just using something and you don't want to use for the other two against Abra, and then switching out after it's defeated.
Yeah, what the fuck?
And rendering Abra straight up useless.
Okay. Alright, that's... Alright, should we go over some more Pokemon?
Let's go over some more Pokemon. This is frustrating.
Alright. So in the Safari Zone, you can find Chansey.
Yep, that's still here.
They're still as rare as ever. Now, nowadays it doesn't look like much.
HP and special defense, and its physical defense is trash.
But
in Generation 1, it's in special defense and special attack were 1 stat.
So that meant it's special.
Its special was 105.
And, well...
Yeah.
Oh, that...
And what kind of a moveset does Chansey get, you might ask? It gets... It's water, ice, grass, and electric, and fire. Does it get psychic?
Yes.
Yeah, and psychic.
Yeah, this thing is absolutely disgusting.
It gets 6 types to
Yeah.
Which is, again, in Gen 1, absolutely insane.
It can take hits. It's as well. Well, not physically.
As long as you avoid physical attackers, Chansey is probably one of the most scary one of the most scary Pokemon to go up against in Gen 1. Now, unfortunately, due to the fact that it's slow, so it can't do anything against physical attackers, we can't give it a perfect score, but it's still really good. 9.
Yeah. Then they're also found here. Here's Rhyhorn, which at level 42 evolves into Rhydon.
It's basically the physical counterpart to Chansey.
Holy fuck!
But with more emphasis on its offense than its.
Yeah. What the? Oh my god!
It's a defense as opposed to its HP.
Oh my god! Oh, my level up it doesn't learn any rock moves.
Which is extremely strange. It does get fighting, ground, and rock by all by TM though. And its standard normal moves.
Yeah.
This thing, similarly to Chansey, is a beast as long as you ignore special Pokemon. So, like Chansey, it's getting a 9.
Also, Rhydon was the has the first is number 1 in the index.
Yeah, so it was the first Pokemon ever programmed into the game.
Oh, that survived, that is.
Yeah, it's the oldest surviving Pokemon on the game.
Yeah. Okay, well, I guess we can go talk about... how about Blaine?
Hey, I'm cooled off of it. What's the next gym leader like?
What is Blaine's team in yellow?
Alright, in red and blue, it was Growlithe, Arcanine, Ponyta, and Rapidash. So he had 2 evolutionary lines.
Mine's all level 40, 42, and 47.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what do they do in yellow?
Oh, here's Ninetales, Rapidash, and Arcanine. That sounds promising. Level 48, 50, and 54.
Keep in mind, if you have Surf, you can, if you just take on Koga next, you can go here immediately.
Yeah, immediately after beating Erica, all the next gym leaders have a Pokemon of at least level 50.
What the fuck?
Like, seriously, the balancing is terrible in this game.
I mean, no, you're wondering, did they adjust the levels of any other trainers?
Nope, just gym leaders.
What the fuck? Also, really, you couldn't have given him a Magmar?
Nope.
No.
You didn't give him a Magmar.
Even though that makes sense.
This team's more varied in yellow, but it's also way more unfair.
Here, what the fuck? Alright.
What Pokemon are we going over next?
We got...
Well, I guess we should go over the rest of them.
Sure.
Alright, first let's go over Kangler.
Crabby evolved...
So, what level does Rhyhorn evolve?
42.
Oh, right. Crabby, which evolves into Kangler at level 28, is a pure water type, just like its evolution. Kangler has ridiculous physical stats and decent speed.
Now,
and special stats at
50.
Special and HP suck though.
All right, what is it?
What can it hit with its physical attack?
Just normal.
Only normal. Why was Digimon like this?
Why? Only normal?
Yes, it gets access to exclusively normal water and ice, but it can't use the water and ice moves very well because it is a physical attacker.
Yep.
With a special stat of
50. I am so sorry.
Hey. Kangler gets a 3.
That's awful. And there, I mean, that's on the contrary. Either is Tentacruel, which a level Tentacruel evolve.
Also Tentacruel, level 30. Are you saying where we could find these?
But you can find.
Okay.
Yeah, you can find. And Crabby and Chansey and Rhyhorn are found in the Safari Zone. Crabby is found by fishing in any of these, fishing on any of these routes.
Any of what routes?
Okay.
Route 10, 25, and the Seafoam Islands.
In yellow.
Yeah, they can't see your screen.
Yeah, with a good rod.
With a good rod.
And I think Tentacool is the same. Tentacool can just be found through surfing.
Anywhere on the way to Cinnabar Island.
And yeah.
On any of the routes near Cinnabar Island.
And yeah.
And 19, 20, or 21.
Well, that's Tentacruel.
That's Tentacruel? I'm sure Tentacruel could be found in the same places.
Actually,
Tentacruel could be found on routes 11, 13, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, as well as in Pallet Town, Seafoam Islands, and Vermilion City, all by surfing.
Now, Tentacruel. Tentacruel is
What's its special stat?
120.
It's a fat. It has a space. It has speed of 100 and a 120 special stat. And unlike its other stats are okay as well. In terms of moves, it gets water, ice, and grass.
That's it.
So it's pretty solid.
Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't even learn any poison. Only poison moves it learns is acid and poison sting. Even though it's you probably don't want that on Tentacruel.
Both are physical.
Also, Tentacruel.
I'll give it an 8.
Mm-hmm.
It's a solid option for a water type. Like, you should definitely use your Master Ball on it if you want to add it to your team, because it's pretty hard to catch.
Don't actually do that.
See, I got my advice from Professor Oak.
And in Pokemon Mansion, you can find
Muck, which evolves from Grimer at
level 38.
Level 38.
Although I think you can find both of them.
I'm in the wild at Pokemon Mansion.
And Muck is a
What's its special stand Gen 1?
65.
Okay. It has its physical attack and HP are 105.
Yeah.
5. Which means it can take hits pretty well and deal them pretty well.
Well.
No. Poisonously at least.
Well.
But
everything else
normal
sucks.
and poison.
Everything else sucks.
And so, unfortunately, it's another Pokemon that falls victim to having a bad moveset. I'll give it a 7 out of 10.
7.
Yeah, 7 out of 10. Assuming you make room for it in your team, it can still do some work. Next, we have a really weird Pokemon.
Ditto.
Now, if you look at this thing, its stats are absolutely abysmal. It's got 45 and everything.
48 and everything.
It's got 48 and everything.
It only learns Transform.
But that's its gimmick. The move Transform allows Ditto to transform into the opponent, copying their movesets and base stats, as well as their HP.
Yep.
The problem... No, their base stats as well as their stats.
Yeah.
The base stats accept HP.
Yeah. Yeah.
The problem comes in with that HP part.
And also, when you transform, you only have 5 IPP from each move.
Oh. The problem with Ditto's HP is that its base HP is 48.
Yeah.
So even if you have a Ditto transform into a high level Ditto with a high HP stat transform into, say, a Blissey.
Chansey.
No, sorry, Blissey didn't exist. Into a Chansey, its HP won't be nearly as much. Much. And to add insult to injury, because their Ditto's also low speed, it'll likely get outsped and take some damage before it can even transform.
Ditto is...
Which makes it, in almost every case, an objectively worse version of your opponent. And it's a cool concept, but in practice, it's nearly completely useless.
And unlike later games, Ditto does not have a function outside of battling.
It doesn't even have Imposter to negate the damage it'll take before transforming.
Yeah.
And nowadays, you can just spec into your Ditto's HP.
And also, I mean, outside of battle, it doesn't have any functionality.
Yeah.
Which is what people mainly use it for.
Mm-hmm.
Or so, Ditto. No.
It gets a 2. There's almost no scenarios in which Ditto will actually be able to do anything.
Then there's
And then there's the Seal line. Which are
Seal
Seal and Dugong, found in Seafoam Islands.
Yep.
Seal evolves into Dugong at level 34. It's got an HP stat of 90 and a special stat of
95.
95. It gets water and ice moves. Another bland water type.
Even down onto its. This one doesn't even have.
And this one doesn't even have an interesting design.
It's
just a plain white seal.
Yeah.
7. I mean, I guess it's an acceptable water option.
Yeah, but really, this is.
But personally, I'd go for something more or
Literally
literally any other water option is more interesting.
Special water option.
and has more intrigue than Dugong.
No, there's Aerodactyl.
The other fossil, the weird fossil Pokemon. After you get cut,
you can go back to the museum
in Pewter City in the back entrance. And if you talk to the scientist, he'll give you an old amber.
Or take that to Cinnabar Island and boom, you can resurrect it. And get this.
Aerodactyl. Oh boy, Aerodactyl.
The stats are pretty good.
It's got HP, a speed of
130.
Speed of 130, HP, attack of 105.
Mm-hmm. Now, that sounds good on paper, right?
Unfortunately, in Gen 1, its moveset isn't very good.
Oh.
It doesn't even get a rock move.
Yep.
It just gets normal and flying. Which makes it barely any better than the other normal flying options. Yep. 7. Though I don't know why you'd wait so long to get a Pokemon, to get Aerodactyl in this game, and Furo can just do the same thing.
Oh, I guess we have one more to talk about.
And it is another legendary Pokemon. In this case, we're going over Zapdos.
This was a special stat of 125 and is an electric flying type found in the power plant.
HP and attack are 90, speed is 100. Its defense is 85.
Yep.
Being its lowest stat.
That's pretty balanced. Now, what about it? Now, in terms of its moveset,
it doesn't have a very good moveset.
Hey, at least,
but it's not. Its physical attack isn't unusable. So.
Yeah.
You'll mainly be using it to hit it as hard or as possible with electric moves.
Yeah.
Which, to be fair, is probably what the legendary birds were designed for.
Or
just hit really, really hard with their elements.
And Zapdos is probably the best out of the three.
Because of its typing.
I mean, it's only it's a rock and ice. It's only the other two which have a 4 times weakness is to ice, is to rock.
Yeah. Because its electric type negates its electric weakness, and its flying type negates its ground weakness.
Yeah. Zapdos is really good.
If not as an attacker, it's a really good wall.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, this one gets a 10.
Yeah. Now I guess time to finally go over this. What's Giovanni's gym team in yellow?
Oh, let's see. It's Rhyhorn, Dugtrio. Red and blue was Rhyhorn, Rhydon, Dugtrio, Nidoking, and Nidoqueen.
At level 42, 44, 45, 5, and 50.
Yeah.
In yellow,
it's Dugtrio, Rhydon, Persian, Nidoqueen, and Nidoking. At level 50, 53, 53, 55, and 55. 55? No, I don't know why the 5th gym leader's highest level Pokemon is only 5 levels apart from the 8th gym leader's highest level Pokemon. Like, seriously, why did they scale the levels like this in yellow?
To be less of a jump for the Elite Four? Or something?
Well, I shouldn't have to stop after the 4th gym and suddenly grind.
Well,
And it's a weird point to make the player do that.
yeah, that is a weird point. Yeah, that's just really stupid.
And now, speaking of the Elite Four,
Their teams are the same, but their movesets are different. All right.
I mean, do we have to go over all of them? For example, they seem to have a lot less normal moves.
And, you know, actually more...
And better variety overall.
Oh, yeah. Oh, for example, old Jinx has, Jinx has Lovely Kiss instead of Body Slam.
Which is a status move as opposed to, you know, a physical move on a Jinx.
Also, I want to mention, and if you're playing the Virtual Console version of Yellow...
Jinx's sprite will have purple skin instead of black skin.
It looks terrible.
Very obviously, you did it.
They very obviously just slapped that together.
It's just an interesting thing to point out.
I mean, Bruno was probably... they just fixed Bruno.
Honestly, no. He still has a Hitmonchan with the elemental punches in Gen 1.
Yeah. I mean, at least his Onixes are...
These have decent movesets. But that doesn't stop them from, you know, being Onixes.
Yeah, I know.
Which are not only not fighting types, but also terrible.
As for Agatha... Oh, wow, these are... Wow, that's a lot better.
Yeah. Agatha's moveset's got really... way better.
Or, you know, Gengar can actually attack outside
of Dreamier.
Still doesn't still doesn't help them fix the variety.
And even though it's a stupid, bad move, Golbat has Leech Life. At least it's unique.
Yeah. Lance, I'm pretty sure, also got... the Elite Four mainly got a bunch of updated moves.
Mm-hmm. And we've already been over the champion. In the previous video, when going over how the rivals team changed.
Okay, you can't exploit Dragonite in this game.
This time, Lance made sure to give his Dragonite a Fire Blast, Blizzard Thunder, and Hyper Beam.
Yeah.
All damaging moves, so you can't exploit his Dragonite's AI this time.
Also, he removed agility from his Dragonairs, and Wingull...
Wingull?
Sorry, Wing Attack. It was...
What?
Aerodactyl. Aerodactyl now actually has flying moves. Yeah, they definitely fixed... Lance is no longer as...
And Lance is no longer cheating either.
Or, yeah... Lance is no longer fucking exploitable.
He no longer has Barrier on his Dragonite either. So he's no longer using an illegal move.
It still doesn't help the team, though.
Hopefully he stays that he's like that. It doesn't use any illegal moves in future games. Are there any other notable changes outside of battle teams in this game that you have to bring up? Well, there is where you get the starters.
There is that.
In Cerulean City, you can go into a house and talk to this lady, and if your Pikachu
is at a high friendship,
she'll give you Bulbasaur. You can also talk to
this guy
on Route 24 after clearing Nugget Bridge, and he'll give you his Charmander.
Yep, just for free.
And in Vermilion City, after being Lieutenant Surge, you could talk to Officer Jenny, and she'll give you a Squirtle. Again, for free.
Wow, you just...
So you get all three started for free, even though you actually have to work for the first one. Great, you could just skip Bulbasaur if you wanted. He's like an Executor as your grass type instead or something, which is a far better option.
So I can... I guess oh yeah, I can talk about what my.
Now, what was your team in this game?
Well, it's probably. Well, I mean, you could probably guess.
That's what I'm saying. Saul the Venusaur, Zoe the Charizard, Tori the Blastoise, Chuck the Pikachu, Kelly the Primeape, and Brady the Kadabra.
Yeah, the thing is, the starters kind of cause a bit of a problem.
I mean, why wouldn't you use all these Pokemon? When else do you get the opportunity to do that?
It creates a lack of variety in playthrough. It's just what are your other grass and fire options?
I mean, grass. Yeah, you could make an argument that you should probably it would be great to use something else instead of Venusaur since it's not that great. Exeggutor's way better. But like, why would you? If you have a Blastoise which functions as a pretty good mixed attacker, why would you use another water type?
Right, and same, I guess same goes for Charizard.
Same goes for Charizard.
Since Magmar is not obtainable in this game.
And why would you use another fire type? Your team's probably going to consist of your starter Pikachu, Blastoise, and Charizard.
Plus Charizard actually learns Fly in this game.
Hey, now why wouldn't you use the free Pokemon, the free flyer?
The thing is, it creates a lack of variety. Also, it's both in the starters is both a good and bad thing.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a reason this hasn't really been repeated.
And except for Let's Go, which is heavily based on Yellow.
Yeah. All right, I think that really covers it.
Wow, there's really not any other differences here in Yellow?
Well, aside from the fact that Cerulean Cave was changed once again.
Well, that's to be expected. So...
there are some other trainers added. It is a reference to the anime. But yeah, that's it.
There's no real huge major changes to go over here. Anyways, now you're listening to Pokemon Fire Red Pallet Town Dusted Alex Remix. That's DUST ZALLAX, and it's all one word.
All right, so let's get into the. All right, let's get into this.
Let's get into the breakdown for this game.
And like I said, gameplay and music is the same.
Now gameplay. Did they improve the quality of the game's feel, like how it feels to play through it? Did they improve it?
I mean, at least some Pokemon at least got updated.
But they also make you start with a Pikachu, but they also give you less variety.
Yeah,
to choose from.
I swear they only put Mankey on that. He hasn't made Mankey an early route game encounter, or because of the fact that they don't want you to be stuck with Pikachu.
Yeah, I'd say it balances out.
Oh, yeah.
Now, speaking of balancing...
Yeah, rating for gameplay...
That's the same.
Yeah, rating for gameplay is the same. Balancing... Oh, God.
Well, how balanced is Pokemon Yellow?
Well, as we just went over the gym leader teams...
If you have an 18-level jump from your 4th to 5th gym... And in the levels, in that level 50 Pokemon you're facing in the 5th gym, isn't that even that much? Is all of it as strong as the level 55 Pokemon you have to face in the 8th gym?
What the? What?
So it goes from a sudden jump and then a crawl.
Oh, what the fuck?
Oh, after you say somewhat normally throughout the game, in the first half of the game, literally what happened here?
What the? Was this really an attempt to make the game harder? That's the you got the wrong idea here. And the fact that they didn't have time to adjust any other just us trainers levels or anything.
It makes the balancing a complete mess. And
Yeah.
again, there's the whole issue with the starters.
Which, yeah, it's more problems. And either you use them or you don't. Oh, they're just free. You don't really have to work that much to get them.
So, like, why?
All right, so
What would you give the balancing in this game?
I'll give this a 4.
Yeah, balancing gets a 4. It starts out fine, and then the mid game it just dies. So overall, how would you rate this?
I'll actually give this one a 5.
Yeah.
So
settling that debate, that puts Pokemon Blue as the best Gen 1 game.
Yellow is just too. Yellow was a level curve. It was just a huge turn off.
English Red and Blue, to be specific.
Yeah, English Red and Blue.
Or Japanese Blue.
Oh yeah, it's just.
Japanese Blue or English Red and Blue.
Yeah.
The best ways to play Gen 1.
That's too much of a turn off for me.
Yeah, the brutal curve and brutal level curve and lack of team variety in Yellow is super janky.
Yeah.
But hey, if you want to replicate Ash Ketchum's team for whatever reason, then go ahead.
Go ahead, yeah. Well, we're done. We're finished with Gen 1. But we still got 2 more games to cover.
Or in the Kanto region.
And see you next time for
when we cover Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green.
And then I'm Nozaran.
I'm Emery, and bonjour, my wonderful viewers. See you in the next video. Yeet!